What up, fellers? You know who it is. So I know this is gonna tick a lot of you guys off. This video is going to tick a lot of you guys off. I already know that. But hey, I piss a lot of people off anyways, right? So whatever. Fellas, if a woman is in the military or in college or in a tech school, she's a hoe. Point blank, period. And you might say, oh, she's in a Christian school, dude. Them bitches are even worse. Those girls are even worse. The worst of the worst are Christian school girls. If you don't trust me, just go to any of these Christian school frat or sorority parties. If your girl is in a sorority, or if a girl is in a sorority, oh man, she's done for. On average, a girl in college goes through 5 dicks a semester. On average. And that's just a girl who's not in a sorority. If she's in a sorority, oh man, 12 is the minimum. And you don't hear about this. Nobody will be telling you anything about this, unless you're an exclusive member into that sorority. And even then, these are highly kept secret, high-end kept secrets. The sisterhood, that's what they call it. Frat boys know it. Oh yeah, hell yeah. Go, if you want to see what girls are really like in college, go be friends with a frat boy and get invited to one of his parties. Everything will make so much more sense to you. Everything that I say is going to make so much more sense to you. How do you think I know these things? Because I've seen it firsthand. I'm not making shit up. All the shit that I say on my channel is from firsthand experience, fellas. That's it. Anyways. Now, why did I pick these 3 career paths? Military, college, and tech school. Because that's exactly what men do, or at least used to do. There's more women in college now than there men were, right? Tech school, mainly male-dominated field. Military, mainly male-dominated field. College now is mainly women-dominated field, but it was first a male space. Women started to get into it eventually, yes. But why do you think that they are there? Because they want to do the same shit a man does. They want to be equal. Fellas, have you ever met a military bitch who's not a feminist? Have you ever met one who's not about equality and being equal to a man and being strong and independent and being powerful? Fuck no. Every single last one of them are like that. They think, like, you know, your regular girls who are in college and your civilian girls after college, you know, they have a mentality, a mindset of I'm the shit. And now magnify that or multiply that by 10. And then the amount of I'm the shit vibe you're gonna get is what you'll see in a military girl. Because not only does she thinks that, not only does she sees that men are giving her constant attention and validation, which is going to be my next point, online and offline, which is, again, inflating every single girl's head, overinflating her underinflated ego, right? Why does she have an underinflated ego? Because she knows deep down she ain't shit. And she needs external validation to feel good about herself. So not only that's happening in the military, but also she's seeing that she's literally at the same position, pay-wise and her rank-wise, as a man who's supposed to be seen as that tough guy. Because, you know, military is tough shit. You go through basic training, boot camp, this, that, and the other. Now, we know that there's different requirements for female soldiers than there are for male soldiers when it comes to the fitness test. For example, in the Marines, you have to do 20 pull-ups, run 1.5 miles as close to 15 minutes, I believe that's what the time was, as possible, 15 or 18 minutes. And, 1.5 miles as close to 10 minutes as possible. And 3 miles as close to 15 minutes or 18 minutes as possible. And do 100 crunches in 2 minutes. That's the fitness test it's called the IST for the Marines. How do I know this? Because I trained with the Marines myself when I was in high school, and I was about to join the Marines myself. But I blew up my knee playing football, and they had to tell me that I had to wait till I rehabbed and came back, which would have taken me a whole year because it was my ACL. And if you guys know, if you have torn your ACL, you know it takes a long time to recover. And in the meantime, I joined college, and I wanted to finish college before I thought about joining the military again, because if I wanted to go through the enlisted route, I would have to take a break from college. I didn't want to do that. That's why I'm not in the military right now. Anyways, but for a female, the Marines IST is, I believe, a minute, or I think it's a minute and a half now, long. You have to hang in the pull-up bar for a minute or a minute and a half. I don't know exactly what it was. When I was going through basic training, not basic training, when I was going through the process, the enlistment process, that's what it was. It was a minute that the woman has to hold there and just hang there for. And I think the time of her running is also gets increased by a couple minutes. I think it's 12 minutes that she has to finish a mile and a half by instead of 10 minutes. And then I think the crunches are still the same. I can't remember the crunches, but you guys get the idea. And I believe this is across all the branches of the military. Correct me if I'm wrong. I might be wrong, but fact check me on this one, okay? Why? Because they're fucking females. We all know they're physically not as strong as men. That's why the tests are easier. But these bitches think they actually are just as strong as men. Not only that they have a strong and independent mindset in the military, but also they're seeing that they're getting constant attention of cock. Now, by the time a girl comes out of the military, this is where things get tricky a little bit. By the time a girl comes out of the military, her perception of reality changes dramatically, because now she finally starts to see what her real worth is. She finally starts to see that she ain't shit. Unless she's a hot girl. Because she knows even after she gets out of the military, she's still going to get constant attention of cock and beta males and simps. And her head is keep going to get inflated and inflated and inflated till it pops like a balloon. And she falls on her fucking face because her value has drained down the toilet, and she's still single with no man and a bunch of baggage. But anyways, so the girls who first start to get into the military, man, oh my God, the amount of sass that these bitches have, whoo, I have seen it firsthand, fellas. It is uncomparable to any bitch I have ever met. Oh no, the only type of bitches that these bitches sass is comparable to is strippers and hookers and escorts. Those type of girls who are real hustlers, you know, get cash for their service, and or your OnlyFans girls. Have you noticed girls who get cash for their physical service have always this sassy attitude? I'm the go-getter, bag-getter type of girl. Little do they know that gives her zero value to a man, to a high-value man's eyes. But hey, she don't give a fuck. And quite frankly, if I was in her shoes, I would have felt the same amount of fucking way too. Especially if I was an OnlyFans girl. Because all I'm doing is showing my titties and pussy, and I'm making hundreds and thousands of dollars. So yeah, I understand where she's coming from. I'm not excusing her. I'm not giving any kind of excuse for her behavior, but I understand where you're coming from. Yeah, sure. But your low-class hookers and fucking... these girls are just done. And they still have a sass. This is why people go to foreign countries to get prostitutes and hookers. Because those girls actually act feminine, even though they're hookers. American hookers? No. Fuck no. You might say, oh, Zeke, how do you know that? Have you had experience with that? Almost. That's another story I'll share with you guys. That's some funny ass shit I gotta tell you guys. Anyways, so back to the topic. Sorry, I got sidetracked for a little bit. Military girls. When they're in there, they're literally probably like after basic, obviously after boot camp and basic training, where they're in their actual job, in their MOS or whatever, AIT, whatever they're doing in the military. When they're in that work environment, they are surrounded by herds and herds of men. We already know this, right? The ratio is like 20-1, 20 men for 1 woman. And these women are young. They're 18, 19, 20, right? They're graduated right out of the high school. And their hormones are going fucking crazy too. They want to fuck just as bad as men do. And they are. You see, they might only be seen with the top level soldiers, with the highest value of the highest value soldiers, enlisted personnels, out and about when they're eating lunch, or when they're going to their yearly ball, their dance that they have. They might be seen with these guys, but don't get it twisted, fellas. They're fucking everybody, starting with the fucking sergeant, their commanding leader, starting with them, their platoon leader. They're fucking everybody, even guys outside of the military, because they're on fucking Tinder. Let's go, buddy. So that's happening. They're getting this online attention of cock all the time. And on top of that, offline. They're getting offline attention of cock all the time. And on top of that, they have Instagram. They have social media presence, Snapchat, Facebook, just like the rest of these girls. And they're getting constant attention of cock thrown at them online as well. So this is twice the amount of attention that she's getting. And we all know attention is currency for women, right? So what chance do you have with a military woman? It's simple. When she's just getting into there, when she's just started her military journey, you don't have any chance. Even if you're a very high value man. Mark my words, fellas. With the military girl, even if you're a very high value man, you have your shit together, you make a lot of money, and she's E1 or an E2 or maybe even an E3, you don't have any chances. Why? Because in her head, she's thinking, I'm a go-getter, I'm going to get the bag. Reality hasn't hit her yet. Reality is going to hit when she's getting close to be done with her term, her 4 or 5 year contract term. Probably on the 3rd year, probably on the 4th year. Just like these college bitches. Do you guys see the resemblance now? In college, these bitches think they're young, wild, and free, and they're going to party it up. Their freshman year, sophomore year, first semester, junior year, first quarter, second semester, junior year, and then last quarter of their junior year is when they start panicking. Oh shit, my value is actually going down. I don't have the amount of men that really wanted me when I was a freshman. Now I gotta buckle down. Now reality hits them. Now you start seeing them getting into long-term relationships or looking for one. They're still partying it up, yeah, but at least they're more open to have conversations with more men than they did back in freshman and sophomore years. The only type of men they would have conversations with in freshman and sophomore years are well-known, high-status men in their college campuses, like popular guys, or very, very attractive guys. That's it. Now, as they're getting older, now they're more open to other type of men because now they have finally seen what these high-status, popular guys and attractive guys are really about. They fuck them and toss them to the side of the road. So reality is finally starting to hit them that, oh, maybe guys don't want what I thought they wanted from us. Yeah, no shit, Sherlock. Same thing with military bitches. The first couple years, or 2 years and a half, 3 years, they're living it up. They're taking all the cocks. Military girls also are very easy as well to get with. That's another... So, the reason why military girls are a little bit easier than college girls is because usually, if you haven't noticed, okay, I have to leave that margin. Usually, if you haven't noticed, that these girls have very low self-esteem. Even the good-looking ones, they have low self-esteem. Especially girls in the Army and Marines, very, very low self-esteem. See, there are girls out there who really want to serve the country and take pride in it. Very smart, intelligent women out there who want to serve the country, and that's the main purpose that they join the military for. But most girls and even most guys now, when we don't have a war going on, join the military because they want an easy way out. A lot of guys I have talked to after they got out of the military, I asked him, why did you go? He said, I didn't know what I wanted to do. So that's an easy way out for them, because they know that, just think about it. All your bills are paid and you're getting a $2,000 monthly paycheck, and on top of that, you don't have any college debt. It's a win-win. All you have to do is work out and run and take commands. We don't have war going on right now. Keep that in mind. It's gonna change a lot of people's mind if there was a draft or if we had a war going on. Bitches think the exact same way. So these girls who take this easy way out, they haven't completely bought into this feminist ideology that, oh, I'm gonna be strong and independent. Even though they do have somewhat of that feminist ideology, they haven't been completely 100% brainwashed yet. And that's why it's a little bit easier with military girls, usually, to get with. So, after they're done partying it up in the first few years, taking all sorts of cocks, now they want to settle down. Now now reality is hitting them, and now they're like, oh man, I gotta find a high value man. And this is the perfect time to take any of these bitches up and cuff them up. If you're really looking forward to that, if you really want to cuff these bitches up, I highly encourage not to do that. Fellas, if she gets deployed on top of that, like, you know, they go to Germany sometimes, they go to some other countries, foreign countries, they get deployed, right? It's a game over. Game over. They're there for 6 months, 8 months, whatever, and to have a boyfriend back home, oh, dude. You know how I say that if your girl is going to college, just let her go? I made a video coming up, or I think I would have posted it by now, yeah. So if she's going to the military, dude, run the other way, completely the other way, 360, 180, not 360, 180, yeah, 180, completely the other way. It's over. Oh my God, dude. She's going to be taking one in her ass, taking one in her pussy. She's going to be jerking one guy off with her right hand, one guy off with her left hand, and sucking 2 dicks at the same time in front of her. 2 dicks in her mouth at the same time. That's what's happening in the military. And she's going to be doing that. 3 of her other girlfriends are going to be in the exact same room, and the total amount of men is going to be 20 or 25 men. They're going to have a big ass orgy in these deployments. My buddy is in the Marines, and he shared a Snapchat group with me. I was in that group for a while. And this group chat was exclusively for military personnel to post the girl that they're fucking, they're on there for. The girls that they're fucking, they would take a Snapchat of that, and then it would be her having threesomes. Usually it's 2 guys and fucking 1 girl. I don't know I guess it's like a military thing for guys. It's like a bro thing. They always fuck in pair. I don't get it. But yeah, it's 2 guys and 1 girl. Always in the military dorms, in the military barracks. And they would post it on the Snapchat group, and I would see it, fellas. And then this same girl would be with the next 2 guys next night, and her friends would be the last 2 guys from the previous night. That's what's happening in the military, fellas. I am not talking shit or talking down on any military personnel. I have mad respect for you guys to even consider the fact that, hey, I want to join a service where at a moment's notice I could go get drafted anywhere in the world and get my head blown off. That takes a lot amount of balls and courage to do that. And mad respect for you guys for that. I'm just saying how it is. What's happening with these military girls. That's it. Why am I saying this? So that these guys out here in the civilian world, guys who are in the military, you guys already know. You're not going to cuff these military bitches up because you already know what they're about. You see them on a daily basis. So this is not for you guys. The civilian guys who maybe have a wife from the military or a girlfriend or thinking about fucking with the military girl, just use them for fun and recreational purposes and pass them on to your boys. Pass them on to me. That's it. That is it. They're worse than college girls. I have a roommate right now who's fucking with this girl who's in the military, and she's in Germany. And I keep telling him, I live with 2 roommates, and the third guy, him and I have always been telling this guy that, dude, just let her go, man. Like, but But he's not buying it. He's a blue pill cuck. He's not buying it at all. He's, no, man, there's no way she's getting digged down like this. They're not allowed to leave their barracks or whatever. Dude, she doesn't have to leave. It's happening in her barrack. It's happening wherever she is deployed. And you're telling me she's not going to leave? Really? The smallest chance she's going to get, she's going to go see what Germany is like. What the German cock's like. This is an exciting thing for them. They think they're young, wild, and free, and they want to travel the world, and they get to travel the world on the government's dime and enjoy their food, their culture, their cocks, their men, their parties, and you're telling me they're not going to experience that? They're just going to leave that chance up? Are you out of your goddamn mind? You're not fooling me here. So, fellas, if she's in the military, 99.9% of the time, she's a hoe. Doesn't matter what branch she's in. You know, a lot of guys say, oh, Air Force girls have high standards. Bitch, shut the fuck up. Bitches are bitches, have always been bitches, will always be bitches. Female nature is universal. Regardless of your skin, color, race, culture, your background, your nurture, whatever. Your status, your rank, whatever. Female nature is female nature. Sure, these Air Force bitches probably aren't partying it up with the enlisted dudes who are in the Air Force, but you best believe that they're going to boat parties, mansion parties, and they're partying it up there. They're all having orgies, they're all having threesomes, they're all having gangbangs, they're all having experience with another girl. If your girl has been in the military, chance, like 100% of the chance, 110% of the chance time, she's going to have sex with another girl. It's bound to happen. Or she's going to encounter some sort of a sexual experience with another girl. It's bound to happen. So yeah, she's probably not doing it with this level of men, but they're doing it. The Air Force girls, the Navy girls, the good quality military girls, they're having it with the higher level status of men. And best believe it, you best believe it, they have access to them thanks to social media and dating apps. Sure, they might not put out for you if you don't have shit to offer, like how these college girls would, because these college girls out here are actually just taking anybody that's coming into their orbit. But military girls will take high status man at any given notice. At any given notice. Again, as always, I don't hate women. Not a misogynist. I don't give a fuck who you fuck and who you date and whatever you do. That's your life. All I do in my channel is tell you guys what girls really are about and what they really do behind closed doors. Because so many guys out here think they're this mysterious creature when they really ain't shit. They're just as predictable as a 5-year-old. And they're doing the exact same shit that we men would do if we were given the chance. They're fucking at the exact same rate. If not, most likely, for the most part, bitches are fucking more than us. Because they can. They have the options. More than us in a sense, us who are not the top 10% or the top 5% of men. But that's what we strive to get there. If that's what you want out of life. Right? And if you don't, hey, whatever you decide to do with your life, I completely respect and support it, as long as you don't live in a blue pill world. Even purple pill brothers, I understand where you're coming from. So, fellas, your girl who's in the military, she's conservative, she's traditional, just forget it, okay? Just forget it. I might have believed that 10, 15 years ago. Now, no. You know how we say that the number of... Fellas, think about this, okay? She's around constant cock attention. What is she gonna do? What do you think these bitches do in the military? What do you think these girls do? At their job, they go to work from, I don't know, whatever time, 8 to 3 or 7 to 3, whatever time they work for, and it's usually a pencil pushing job. just like your corporate American jobs are for these college bitches to go do after school, right? Like these jobs that these military chicks are doing don't require a very high level of IQ, don't require a lot of smarts. Military girls are not engineers, lawyers, doctors, right? Just look up your military job list. You'll see what I'm talking about. So these aren't very high-end smart people jobs, is what I'm trying to say. So it doesn't require that much effort. And they sit in an air-conditioned building and they do their job. After they get off work, what do? They have no purpose. You already know that, right? At least these college girls, at least they come home and at least they have some sort of homework, you know, just to write up a one-page paper that you just copy-paste from some website in Google. But these military girls don't even have any homework. So all they do is A, either work out, or B, party. So if they work out, there's men everywhere in the gym because they have their own special gym in the military. And if they party, again, all men everywhere. Usually military parties, if you haven't been to one, I would go if I were you. They're fun. It's usually 10 guys and 2 girls. That's about it. Six guys, 7 guys and 2 girls. That's the ratio usually. 12 guys and 3 girls. That's it. They're around constant attention of cock. Dudes are fighting to get laid with just one girl. And that's why 2-3 guys take one girl. Because they say, hey, you know what? We're drunk, she's feeling all of us up. And hey, we haven't busted a nut in a long time except our right hand. So let's just share her. You think I'm fucking kidding, huh? So fellas, this is what's happening in the military with the military girls. This conservative, traditional bullshit has gone out the window. So again, I'm not hating on military personnel. I'm just letting you guys know what these girls are about. Take this information or don't take it, whatever. Again, don't come at me saying, oh, I can't believe you talk about the military like that. No, I'm not talking about the military in any way. I love our military. I almost joined our military myself. I love my military brothers too. Military dudes are probably the chillest guys you'll ever hang out with. I promise you that. They're fucking hilarious. They know how to party. And if you're a lightweight, you want to keep a military guy next to you because you'll be 1 beer down and he'll be 12 beers down. And you 2 beers down, you're feeling tipsy. He's 24 beers in. He's like, hey bro, what's up? Let's go ride a motorcycle. So they have extremely high alcohol tolerance level. So you want to keep this guy as your DD. And again, military guys are also very down to earth and they'll have your back no matter what. Military girls are usually also pretty down to earth too, but they have a very slutty side to them. And they will fuck anybody with high value, even when they're married, which is what's happening. I'm just gonna leave it at that. Follow me on Instagram at Zeekpeak. Hope this video made sense. Like, comment, subscribe, share this video to your friends. Until next time, stay blessed, stay beautiful, and above all, stay classy.